20 Bizarre Sea Creatures That Look Like They're Not Real, Part Half. By most estimates, we've explored somewhere around 5% of our oceans. What we have charted, however, has turned up some seriously curious discoveries, namely, about a bazillion creatures that look like they're straight out of a Salvador Dali brainstorm session. We're talking about the Blob Sculpin, or the Tasseled Wobbegong, or the aptly named Terrible Claw Lobster. Honestly, there are too many stranger-than-fiction fishes out there to name, but we've cobbled together the 20 most unbelievable here. Look on and weep. 1. Halitriphes mossy jellyfish. This brightly colored sea dweller, dubbed the Halitriphes mossy jellyfish, lives in the eastern Pacific Ocean and is rarely seen by humans. So, what's behind its stunning array of colors? Canals that move nutrients through the jellyfish's body reflect light to make this brilliant display. 2. Blob Sculpin. The Blob Sculpin, the deep-water equivalent of Grumpy Cat, is a miserable-looking fish that lives in very deep water in both the North Pacific and Bering Sea. While this bottom feeder may look perpetually bored and bummed out, they actually keep pretty busy on the ocean floor. Sculpins fan their eggs to keep them free of sand, which is an unusual behavior for deep-sea fish, who tend to be a bit more lax when it comes to parenting their offspring. 3. Christmas tree worms. Christmas tree worms, which can be found in warm, tropical waters ranging from the Caribbean to Indonesia, earn their name from the tree-like appendages that protrude from their top. The part of this worm that looks like a Christmas tree is actually its mouths, however, and the feathery bits are tentacles that push food toward its digestive apparatus. 4. Clown frogfish. The clown frogfish hangs out among coral, and can clearly camouflage itself accordingly, although changing its appearance does take a few weeks. Its mouth is big enough that it can eat prey its own size, meaning you might see one of these brightly colored fish snacking on prey up to 5.9 inches long. 5. Fangtooth. Think sharks are the only terrifyingly toothy residents of the ocean? Think again. In fact, adult fangtooth, commonly found around the world in tropical and cold temperate waters, have the largest teeth of any fish in the ocean, proportionate to body size. But don't worry, your fears of a fangtooth attack are largely unfounded. They live in the deep sea, and although their teeth look enormous, a large fangtooth is only 6 inches long. 6. Gulper eel. Despite its name and eel-like appearance, the gulper eel isn't a true eel, it's just another kind of fish. Gulper eels, which live in ocean depths of up to 10,000 feet, do have one extraordinary feature aside from their frightening teeth: bioluminescence. They've also got another trick up their proverbial sleeves. Because of their distinctive jaws, some gulper eels can actually consume prey that's bigger than they are. 7. Vampire squid. The vampire squid lives at ocean depths of 2,000 to 3,000 feet. It got its name from its webbing, which it can turn inside out and cover itself with it, like a vampire's black cloak, when it needs to hide. Its webbing is also covered with fleshy spines. And if the vampire squid gets agitated enough, it will shoot blue bioluminescent mucus out of its arm tips to daze predators so it can swim away into darkness. 8. Anglerfish. The anglerfish looks like pure nightmare fuel, but you probably shouldn't worry about encountering one that looks like this. They only live in the deep sea. They're also pretty lazy hunters. Anglerfish don't chase prey, but rather dangle a fleshy growth on their head in front of their mouth to lure in their meals. 9. Red handfish. In addition to being a strange-looking creature, the red handfish also has a weird way of getting around. Instead of swimming, it uses its hand-like fins to walk along the ocean floor. It is thought to be one of the rarest fish in the world. In fact, until this year, there were thought to be between 20 and 40 of them living in the entire world. 10. Terrible Claw Lobster. With just one look, it's pretty obvious how the Terrible Claw Lobster got its name. This creature was only discovered in 2007, 850 feet below the surface off the coast of the Philippines. It's certainly creepy looking, but you don't have to worry about finding yourself caught in its claws. In addition to being completely blind, it's also only an inch long, minus the terrible claws.